PhixFlow, we store data in tables, and we use a special table type called a file table to hold file information, such as CSVs, PDFs, and image files. We then use file display components to upload files to a file table and display these on a screen. To access the data used in this demo, search Example Data in the Help and download the company data and the ISO country codes data. We want to upload country flags for our ISO country codes data. We'll start in the System Configuration Properties, where we'll make sure we have a file table upload location set. This is the directory where uploaded files will be saved to. I've created an ERD of the company data, and we're going to drag a file table from the toolbar, and PhixFlow will automatically create all the attributes required. We then need to create an attribute on our target table, which will allow us to associate the file with the country. This attribute must be of type file. Create a relationship between this attribute and the UID attribute on the file table. I've created a screen containing a grid which is backed by the ISO country codes data. In the Serene Grey palette, you can find the file display component under basic layouts. We'll drop this onto our screen. In the properties for the component, we'll select the attribute we created earlier on the country codes table to back the component. We're also going to add the primary key attribute from the ISO country codes table to the screen. This is the country code attribute. The reason we do this is because in a moment when we create an action flow to save our files, we'll need access to the screen's outer form, which means we won't be able to access the primary key attribute from the grid. So we'll add this to the screen's form instead. The final step is to create a background filter that allows the file display component to be filtered by the selected record on the grid. We can get PhixFlow to do this for us by dragging the primary key from the country codes grid onto the file display component. This filter is applied to the whole screen, and you can see it in action by clicking the country record in the grid, and the country code field also updates. I've added a footer here so we can have a save button, and we can now create an action flow to save the uploaded file and associate it with the country codes data. We need to choose an input of the outer screen form, which gives us access to the file display component and the country code field. We'll map these into the action flow. Then we'll create a save action for the country codes data, and in its properties we'll leave autosave attributes toggled off, as we only want to save the association with the flag files and we don't want to update anything else in this data. Connect the input to the save action, and in the mappings window we'll map the file display component onto the file attribute we created earlier and the country code field onto the primary key. Now when we access our screen in application mode, we can upload and save files, and they appear in our country codes grid. That's all for this video. To find out more, search file tables and file display in the help, or visit our YouTube channel for more useful videos.